Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm actually in a bit of awe. That's insane!
Shadiversity.
Check out these awesome Shadiversity hoodies that we now have available for you guys right now.
These things we've been working on behind the scenes for a couple of months, and we are very proud to finally be bringing these things to you. They are based on the brigandines that me and Shad both wear. Obviously those brigandines are quite expensive, but everybody can pick up one of these for a nice affordable price.
I call these stealth medieval, where it's not so out of the ordinary. People think that's weird, why are you wearing it? But also to the keen observer, they will see that's a brigandine.
Finally some merch that you can wear in public and it's okay. We're very happy to bring these to you guys. Links in the description, check them out. They support the channel, and yeah.
Really high quality, by the way. No expenses spared. These rivets are sewn on. We've got stealth logos. The material is nice. It's got you know, some thickness to it. I love them. This is gonna be a standard jacket I'm wearing. Check them out. Grab one yourself while they're there. Limited time, so grab them while we have them available. The sword we're testing in this video was made to reflect that traditional craftsmanship. It wasn't made to make the strongest sword possible, and Taitsuki themselves, they're aware of this. So they are sending us one of their more functional, durable swords to also test, which we'll be able to do in a future video. Greetings, I'm Shad.
And greetings, I am Tyrant.
And Tyrant, we're doing it.
We are, finally.
We're actually doing it.
This is the Taitsuki $3,000 katana that we recently did a review on, and it is time to live up to our promise and destroy this thing, which, to be honest, shouldn't be that hard.
Well, we were surprised in the review how both surprised and not surprised.
No, surprised and also confused, actually. We should just explain what happened. Basically, we got a roll on the edge.
I did look into it, and it is possible for a high, hard edge to roll.
I have never seen that before.
You've never seen it?
No.
So I was hoping it would be stronger than how it performed, but if all the study and research and experience I've had with swords, a sword made in a more traditional method inherently is weaker.
Yes.
And so in that sense, I wasn't surprised. It confirmed everything we've been testing and, you know, saying.
But basically the synopsis of that episode was we got rolling on the edge, hitting some PVC piping, and then we got a warp in the blade, actually quite a large one, from just a standard wood test.
A bend and a warp on a basic stress test. So the purpose of this video, right, is to fully break it to see just how tough or weak it is, but also it's a great opportunity to demonstrate something, because even though this katana is made in a more traditional way, what was it called?
Hansomai.
Hansomai or something like that. It means it's made out of 3 grades of steel. High carbon on the edge, medium carbon on the sides, low carbon on the back. Even though it has different grades of steel, it's all modern steel. It's not Tamahagade, it's modern pure steel. And so we have 2 other swords here, very affordable.
Romance of Men, $180 katana, which we very much endorse, and we have an affiliate link in the description. You can pick these up. These are what we smashed against the steel breastplate, and we weren't holding back, and it held up perfectly.
Held up pretty good. And then we also have this Honshu, they call this their broadsword, I believe. There's the single-headed broadsword, which we love, and this is their regular broadsword. We smashed this against a metal helmet. It held up like a beast. Turns out we did bend the handle a bit.
Yes. That seems to be a bit of a design issue with these Honshu ones, because we've also got that on the other broadsword as well.
Only small.
But it seems to be happening on them.
These 2 swords are made out of through-hardened spring steel. All right? And so what we can compare now is through-hardening versus differential hardening. Both are historical methods, by the way. Both were used in Japan and Europe. Europe had differential hardening. People were unaware of that. They were doing it in Toledo a lot. They did it with tools and axe blades. So that's a common thing. Don't think it's just, east versus west here. But the katana is propped up and promoted as being uniquely stronger because of its traditional, ingenious methods. One of those methods being the differential hardening makes it stronger, usually because it makes the edge harder, the back is shock absorbent. And I've been saying, no, the back is not shock absorbent. That makes it overall weaker, all right? Now we can really show you. And look, if it ends up being stronger, we'll find out. But we have through hardening. The only difference here is the quenching method, essentially, and the construction method. This isn't like, oh, we're using modern steel in one and weak steel in another. They're both modern steel.
A $3,000 katana made a bit more traditionally with modern steels, and then a $180 Romance of Men.
And this one is like 200 and something, I think?
Yes. I just wanted to address one point, because we got this in the last episode. I'm pretty sure we mentioned it. We didn't buy this $3,000 katana.
No, we didn't.
Some people keep saying like we're having money troubles, and
Yeah.
we get sent these for free to review. We do not buy these things. I want to make that clear.
Because we don't have the money to spend on a $3,000 sword.
Just wanted to clear that up and make that crystal clear this time.
All right, so one of the things, just to add on, right, folding would not strengthen this sword, okay? When you have pure steel to begin with, folding will weaken it because it ends up decarburizing it, and you can trap in scale and other imperfections in the folding thing. Folding is only necessary when you have imperfect steel to begin with, and it helps purify, doesn't fully purify. And so, no, don't think that, that would perform better if it was folded in the traditional katana way. And with that, we're going to get started, but I do want to do a comparison between these swords in terms of fit and finish first. Ant!
Shad.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
So, I got two swords I want to show you.
Yep.
So,
They look good.
they look good. This is the Romance of Men spring steel katana, and this is the Taitsuki traditionally made katana. I want you to hold both and give me your thoughts on them.
They both seem like very similar quality, to be honest.
So that's interesting that you like, to the untrained eye, because Ant is new to the kind of sword culture and stuff.
Yeah.
That you like the look of both.
I do,
All right?
definitely.
Now, when you look closer, you will see some differences where the Taitsuki one actually has more custom, expensive fittings, like the silver on it, the ray skin, which is the white kind of
Underneath.
thing underneath.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
real ray skin. That one's fake.
Yep.
Okay, but for someone who is just wanting an entry-level sword, the Romance of Men one is actually looks really good.
It does.
And it's
That's
got a
great.
very tight handle that holds together nicely. Which sword do you think is going to be more durable and survive? The $3,000 one or the $180 one?
You'd think being $3,000, quality's going to be up there, and it'll last.
Okay, well, this is the thing that we found in the review. One of the reasons why this is more expensive, yes, more expensive fittings, but it's made in a more traditional way.
Yep.
And that doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be stronger.
Right.
But we will get to compare it to both. But the reason why I wanted to get just your initial kind of thoughts on it is because as a layman, you can't really tell much of a difference in these swords.
I got no idea, to be honest. I mean, admittedly, if this one's cheaper, quite a bit cheaper, I mean, that's a pretty good looking sword, to be honest.
And then we'll
For
get
its
to
price.
well, that's right, for its price, absolutely. And then we're going to get to see how strong it is. And I think for people just coming into the market, they're going to find a lot of value out of the Romance of Men one.
Definitely.
But if they want a work of art, they got a traditional piece right here. It's just interesting to see and also be aware of what people just kind of entering into the sword market, what they notice about what's good about a sword and what they're going to value. And generally people are going to, more often value the stronger sword.
Yep.
But let's find out just how strong they are.
Perfect.
Let's go. All right, we are here and we are going to be using the sword cutting rig. Is that what we're just going to call it, the rig?
We'll come up with a name later.
Okay, so Tyrant is going to attach the Romance of Men katana. You haven't seen this yet, have you?
No,
mate?
I haven't. No, this thing's cool. Heck yeah.
Well, it's also a bit scary.
Okay.
So we've already tested the Taitsuki katana on this, and it got through 3 cardboard reinforced Noodle. That's it. That's it, baby.
3 noodles.
Okay.
All right. Now we're going to test the Romance of Men katana. This is sharp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Don't get your arm in the way.
According, like in terms of weight, is going to play a difference in how well it performs. Usually, a heavier sword will, cut deeper. Also, how stiff it is as well. Sharpness is going to be a big thing. This is for the factory edge, pretty sharp. I am expecting it to perform about equivalently. The only thing that could affect it is the mass of the blade. If it's got less mass, it could cut less. What are your thoughts? Do you reckon it'll be just as good?
Look, I think it'll perform pretty well.
Perform? Might even be better?
Might even be better.
Might even be better?
Maybe.
Do you see how this is on an angled arm?
Yes.
Okay. This is to it's to execute what's called a draw cut. All right, and so we are going to see how good the Romance of Men katana cuts, but we're not only doing that. We're then going to be doing abusive destruction testing where we're going to, on this rig as well, replace the noodles.
With your arm?
No.
Oh.
I'll get it. With this.
Bit of steel.
Have a look at that.
Over a mil thick, I'd say.
Yeah, and so
Nice.
what this means is, right, the problem with like destruction testing is like, what if you hit a bit weaker on one of the other swords, and then you might think, well, the sword is just stronger because it didn't get as damaged. With this, we can put the exact same amount of force into the strike,
time.
right,
Yep.
every time,
Yep.
and get a very scientifically valid result as to how durable these swords will be, smashing into a metal pipe. First, though, let's just see how well this cuts in our standard noodle cutting test. You
Okay.
ready? All right, ready to go? All right, so now we're gonna pull this in to position, which is going to be
I think about there, yeah.
All right, so Ant, do you want to...
Have the honours?
Yep. So
Ooh.
just grab that quick release and pull it down.
Okay.
And be out of the way of this because it's going to fly up.
Flick up, yep.
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Whew.
That is a 1, 2, 3, nearly 4 reinforced noodle cut.
That's pretty good.
It actually, that's a deeper cut than the Taisuke katana.
Yes, it is. However, this does have a different blade geometry, remember? It has this
It does.
swedge up the top.
Do you reckon that helps
Yeah,
it?
I reckon it does, yeah. Because the katana is thicker at the base.
It is. Do you reckon because it's thinner there?
It's getting through the cardboard a bit easier, yeah.
That is an interesting observation. You might have a point.
Yeah.
I need to let you know that this video is actually far more detailed than you're able to see because it was just getting too long. We have to cut it down to make it more watchable and consumable for a general YouTube audience. But that means that the extended, uncut version we can offer to our supporters. And so our channel members, as well as our supporters on Patreon, Subscribestar and Player, there is an uncut extended edition version of this video available for you as exclusive content to see all the detail, all the craziness and discussion and tests of this sword. If you want to see the extended version where nothing gets cut at all you need to do is become a supporter, and you need to know it's because of our supporters that we're able to keep making these videos. Higher production videos, sacrificing expensive swords to see the results, as well as investing money to make larger projects. It's only thanks to our supporters. And so if you want to help us continue making this content, please become a supporter, and then you get this exclusive content as well. Stuff we're able to give back to you. It is thanks to our supporters that we are still here. You are the guys that have saved us. Thank you so much. And remember, to get that exclusive content, become a supporter, channel memberships, Patreon, Subscribestar or Player. And let's get back to the video. The Romance Men Katana performed really well, and you might be thinking, hang on, haven't we already done this? Well, remember, we said now we're into some durability testing. We usually do a standard stress test where we smack it into wood to see if the blade holds up. We can do that now with the rig in a much more consistent, repeatable way. And so what we have here is a block of wood right on the target area where this blade is just gonna go smack right into it, and we'll see if it damages the blade at all. 3, 2, 1. I see no discernible damage on the blade. Let's put the Taitsuki in this, just to see if it does anything then, because it gives us a baseline, and then we will let you smash it into...
Okay, sounds good. All right, releasing in 3, 2, 1.
I think it actually bent a little more. This most subtle bow right there.
Oh, no, you're right, yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So originally it was kind of just a single bend.
Single bend up near the top.
Now this one we're kind of getting a bit of
a wave.
Yeah.
Not that durable. It's only a bit of wood.
It's only a bit of wood. So swords aren't meant to do this, by the way. This is specifically abusive testing, but you know, I would expect a well-made sword to survive that.
You mean like the $180 one?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's get to the some more destruction testing.
Tyranth he didn't get to bash this himself.
No, I didn't. So now I get to.
Now he gets to bash.
Let's do it.
Ant, have you seen us do our standard stress test before?
No. Oh, that's not when you flex against a tree?
No. This is where we smash the sword into this right here.
Okay.
Something solid, something wood. And to see if it survives or not. Now, we have stress tested this katana before, and it got a significant warp, as you saw on the blade, on my second hit. Tyrant felt Bit
cheated.
salty.
I felt cheated. I felt like I didn't get a turn because I wanted to turn because Shad hits a lot softer than me. Now, remember, it's not actually what we do to the wood. Like, it doesn't matter if we cut the wood in half. It's about what happens to the blade. That's the most important part.
If it did cut the wood in half, I'd be freaking impressed.
It'd be impressive, but it doesn't matter so much. Yeah, so now it's my turn. So now I get to hit the wood. What do you think is going to happen to the blade?
I'd like to think that it'll snap and yeah.
Yeah, we all like to think that. Yeah.
I don't want it to snap. Look, I have wanted this sword to perform better than it has from the get-go.
Yes.
And I think it's because it's such a beautiful sword. I love the work that they put into it. It is a work of art, and it's like breaking the Mona Lisa. But it's too much of an opportunity to test how tough a more traditionally made katana, how tough are they really? I think it'll definitely bend. With Tyrant wanting to be vicious and mean, like, look at him. He's excited.
He's going to snap it. He's going to try it.
I am going to hit it with a reasonable amount of force.
Which is not holding back. He's not going to hold back now.
Let's get started. Let's get started, guys.
It will definitely bend severely. If it snaps, I'm going to be a bit surprised. I expect it to snap on metal, not on wood.
The first strike, I'm going to go about medium. You know, a nice, relatively hard medium.
Ooh.
You want to know something interesting, though? Ooh. So, we've done this test like countless times at this point.
Yeah.
And every time we use a katana, it feels fine. Like in your hand, it feels fine. That felt like trash.
Did it?
That felt like trash. That actually hurt my hands.
Interesting. Can I just demonstrate something? Just you might want to step back. Not a thing.
Yeah, you don't have to show me.
But no, it's important to set a baseline of this.
It is, yes.
Like, we have not done anything close to that on the Taitsuki. That is what its third stress hit.
Is it? I thought.
So wait, I did a low power, full power.
Yes, three. Yeah.
But if we include the cutting rig, 4.
Yeah.
I did more than 4 just then on this. Nothing.
This is a massive bow.
This is a
now I'm
pretty
going
big
to fix
bow.
it just by just like that, and it's ready to go again. This time I'm going to hit it hard though. Well, at least I can get someone if he's around a corner. I'll just,
Oh, this is a $3,000 sword.
It is. I feel better now.
Do you feel better now?
And there was no edge alignment issues, no nothing. That was straight into the wood, and that is purely. Does that look straight to you, Shane?
You've actually bent it a bit on that this plane as well.
We're gonna get B-roll for you guys because this is sad.
I'm gonna hand you the Honshu and the Romance of Men.
Yes, we'll do both. That was good, Chad. That was
Feel better now?
Sneeze for like 3 weeks.
Bastard.
No issues.
Nada.
Nothing.
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 And remember, this sword, right? They're both modern steel. The only difference
Is the hardening.
the layering method, the manufacturing method, and the heat treatment.
Yeah.
The Taitsuki has a differential hardening where this is through hardened into a spring.
All right.
And look, we are getting bending on the handle.
Yes, but this seems to be a common thing with these types of swords. All right, now for the last one, we will do the Romance of Men.
Romance of Men katana.
Honestly, I expect this to actually just breeze through this.
You reckon? Well,
Yeah, I should just breeze through it.
look, we haven't we have stress tested on medieval
Steel-
armor,
yeah,
but let's see how it holds up with this.
180 US Romance of Men katana.
How'd you go?
We got a little bit of a bend.
We got a little bit of a bend.
But this is interesting.
Hang on.
Right down the tip.
Oh, the tiniest thing. You weren't even hitting on the tip. I think that was there before.
No, it was flexing a lot. I could see it in the blade. Right where this swedge is, there was a lot more flex than you
There is
usually see.
there is the tiniest bend here.
Yes.
Tiny. But overall,
Oh yeah, like keep in mind what we just did to the Taitsuki one was one hard strike.
one hard strike.
And we're nearly at a right angle.
Yeah.
This I did multiple, and it's just the tiniest little bit, and I think that's purely just because they did this different geometry.
Yep. All right, we're here. We got the metal pipe. We got the rig ready. We got the Honshu one. But what we have done, we have upped the power.
So this has 4 springs now, and the reason why because we originally had 4 springs, we took 2 off because it was just way too powerful.
It was too powerful pool noodles.
Yeah.
But for destruction, you'll want powerful.
Yes, and replicatable. And that's exactly what we've got now.
That's the key. So I think for the destruction test going forward, it's going to be 4. For all normal cutting tests, it'll be 2.
Yep.
We're set up, ready to go. We should be wearing safety equipment for this one.
Just so everybody's aware, when we use 4 springs, we are pulling roughly around 30 kilos to 66 pounds. That's usually where we're going to be, how much force we're generating, just for anybody who's curious. Firing in 3, 2, 1. Woo! So, for anybody who wants to know what happened just then, we have no edge damage.
No edge damage.
And a dent in the galvanized steel pipe.
Doesn't look warped. There's no
you're
warp,
right.
warping on
I
it.
cannot feel any rolling. Holy crap, I can't feel any damage.
This one here, Romance of Men.
I actually think this might get damaged.
Yes, I actually am inclined to agree.
All right, why do you think?
Because this is a harder edge, I think. And this doesn't have the same blade profile, geometry as the longsword. And we know that those Honshu ones the blades are really good.
Their tempering specifically is like near perfect.
And because we got a little bit of a bend or a bow up because of this swedge, I think this might not perform as well.
Ant, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it might bend. Don't know if it'll snap, but...
3, 2, 1.
Woo.
It's done less damage to the pole.
But we've done some damage to the edge.
Ooh, I think you're right.
Now, to be fair, though, that is still not bad at all.
That's not bad.
But it is right there.
Look at that.
Don't cut yourself.
It's rolled. You're right. It's rolled.
All right, so now it's time for the $3,000 katana, which I believe will yield some...
I think I'll run that way with this one.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
It's soft.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, fared better than I was worried, but it bent a bit more, and there is some rolling on the edge.
Which is worse than the other 2.
Yeah.
So this one did lose, objectively. Should we get into subjective destruction now?
All right. So, you're right. This because this bent along this plane and the others didn't, that puts it on the least performing one. The rolling, we'll get B-roll to show it on this side where it's more visible.
It's also bigger. It's like that much.
It's a bit more than the Romance of Men one. Yeah. Though it held, like, it didn't do serious damage. That is repairable.
It is. That's why I'm interested to see what we do to it, because it might just be like, as dangerous as this looks, maybe it just doesn't hit as hard as we think. Maybe
Well, no, this is actually a pretty fair stress test because we are guaranteeing perfect edge alignment with the equivalent thing. When you really want to see if you will break it, you hit a lot on the sides and on the spine, and that's what we're going to be moving up to. We will be destroying this. In fact, I'm taking inspiration from a great sword reviewer, Matthew Jensen. He has a thing called the Croquet Stick of Doom, which is his ultimate like destruction pole thing. So we got that. I've got our own Stick of Doom.
Okay.
It's not croquet,
Oh.
but it is steel. All right, we have our Stick of Doom here. It's not a croquet stick, but it's steel. I think mild steel, isn't that right, Tyrant?
Galvanized steel pipe.
Galvanized steel pipe. I'm going to start with 5 medium strikes on the edge, then 5 heavy strikes on the edge. Coming in sideways. 1, 2, 3. We've needed to upgrade our stick of doom, and now we have something thicker and stronger. Tyrant, what would you call it? This is steel.
That's just steel square bar.
Square bar, yeah. But it's like 2 mil, 3 mil thick. So let's see how it, and it's also braced, so there's not as much flex. Medium strike. Heavy strike. This is a strike on the spine. This is usually a very weak point on a katana. Where did that go? That wasn't full power either, by the way. I was nervous about hitting it on the spine. Wow. That's second. That's the second hit. Took 2 hits on the spine to snap it.
It's going to make a nice knife.
I will, yeah. Nice little shot knife.
Well,
did you do any flats?
No flats.
Blade's already broken, but just for completion, we'll do 1 or 2 on the side. There's your problem.
That did not like that. Holy. So basically on this bar, 1 medium, 1 hard on the edge, and then I did 2 on the spine, and that's where it snaps.
Yep. So a soft. And a medium.
How'd the edge hold up on that?
I mean, it's all relative here, relatively fine. All right, 2 hits on the spine. It's 1.
How did it go?
Absolutely fine.
Absolutely fine?
Yep, and now 2 strikes on the flat of the blade.
We got a bend. I mean, out of any hit that would do it.
Yeah.
But nowhere near as much as the Taitsuki again. All right, so now we need to break it.
How would you like me to break it, Chad?
However you like, Tyrant.
Okay, cool. A couple more strikes on the flat of the blade. See what happens. It doesn't want to break.
All right, this is a tough bugger. It doesn't want to snap.
The blade doesn't want to break, but
the handle's falling apart now.
Yeah, the pins are starting to snap, everything, yeah.
And when the handle starts to go, that's when it gets dangerous to keep going, because something could fly back and hit you if the handle is failing.
I've bent this both ways. I've smashed the edge, the spine multiple times, and it is still in one piece.
It does not want to snap.
Now, could you fix this? If you really, really tried, probably. I wouldn't recommend it. But I mean, for 180 US, you could just buy another one.
Have a feel how loose that is, yeah?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I wouldn't be swinging that anymore.
Exactly, because what can happen now, because one of the pins are broken, if this pin fails, the blade could actually just fly straight out. Yep. And we've got camera equipment. And so, all right.
And people as well.
Oh, yeah, we matter.
We do.
A little bit.
All right, why don't we finish up on the longsword?
The Hodenshu, they call it the bastard sword. No, not the bastard. I'm an idiot. They call it the broadsword.
We agree. You're an idiot. Awesome. All right, let's finish off with that.
All right, are we ready?
Yep.
No damage.
Keep
going. What the hell? Did it again. Look at the edge.
Oh, wow. That's held up.
That's barely any damage.
All right, so let's talk a little bit very quickly about these pommels, because on the Honshu they do a little bit of a different construction. It's not peened, it actually has a tapped thread where it goes from like a standard pommel to a screw, which I like. I like that because you can actually
but the thing is, the weakness, right? It goes from this thickness of tang, then steps in to like from here to here. See that difference there? And that's the weak point.
Yeah. So, but apart from that, I mean,
the blade is insane. And we can keep going because this is riveted, you know, screwed onto the thing.
Yeah.
But that's confirmed. Their weak point are the pummels. Yeah. I'm actually in a bit of awe. Like, have we ever had such a tough blade that we've reviewed? Like that could hold, that's held up to. I don't think we've ever put
S5.
a sword through like S5. Oh S5. Yeah, right, the S5.
But the edge on this is what's impressive about this. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, look. This is a weak point.
But we know that this is a weak point, and it's happened multiple times.
Not only though, because the single-handed broadsword, the pommel snapped off. When I re-welded and repaired it, I reinforced that part, and that sword has just been nearly
haven't any issues.
Not a single issue. So I would say Honshu, you're almost there.
Yeah.
You're almost there with like at the price point. This is crazy. Yeah. We have an affiliate link for the Honshu blades, by the way. Yeah. And if they just reinforced this bloody pummel, they would have one of the best, most durable swords I've ever reviewed.
Well, I'm going to give it a couple of whacks on the steel. I don't actually think that I'm going to break the blade.
Yeah.
It's just we did it with the others. We'll do it with this one to be fair.
See what happens to it. Any damage?
I mean, some slight rollings, a little bit. Nothing crazy. All right. All right, flat of the blade. Oh, that feels. All right, we're gonna stop there.
Why is that?
This handle is so painful, especially on that vector.
Look, that's one of my other few criticisms of the Honshu blades. I hate their tactical grips.
We did get a bend.
Oh yeah, slight bend.
And that was with not much power because that hurt. That hurt. That was not fun.
Gee, barely any damage on the edge against friggin' steel.
Yeah.
That's insane. Oh boy, Ant did it. What were you expecting out of this?
This one here, I really thought it wouldn't have any damage, and it actually hasn't had any damage. But you would think it would roll over the edge a little bit, but nothing at all.
Basically nothing. Basically nothing. Like, I hope this demonstrates the point that we wanted to make in this video, that the way a sword is made, even if it's made out of modern, steel, can make a big difference to performance. And this is the reality, as much as people might get upset about it. Differential hardening, as well as different layering steels, produces less durable swords. The fact that the edge survived so well. Yes, the
edge, very impressive.
That shocked me. I was not thinking it would be that tough. Now, look, props to the Romance of Men. It held up like a beast. It says it's a spring steel blade. We actually don't know the exact grade. Yeah. But it's tough.
Yep.
Whatever it is, it's pretty darn tough.
If you're interested in the Romance of Men, there will be a link in the description. You can check it out. It's an affiliate link.
Same with the Honshu. We have an affiliate link for this Honshu blade. And we also have an affiliate link for the Taitsuki, because this is the thing. The Taitsuki, we expected this. It's made traditionally for the artistic traditional value. People do need to understand, though, it's not going to be as strong.
Yes. Yeah. 180 versus 3,000.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get to the Taitsuki one, because we had issues in the review and we didn't even do anything like crazy.
Nothing crazy.
Today, when we put it up against some actual crazy stuff, I mean, the results speak for themselves.
Yeah, it's very bendy into like it's weak on that plane, and the edge got damaged a lot, and then it also snapped.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
The thing is, though, that type of snapping is common with differential hardened blades, especially on spine hits.
Right.
Right? But the fact that this didn't snap on spine hits,
it's amazing.
It's a credit to. That's why through hardened, especially if you can get consistent, and we can do that with modern technology, they just result in stronger swords.
Yeah. But I think that's all for today. Remember to check out the hoodies, the official Shadiversity hoodies, link in the description and the pinned comment. Buy one of them, help support the channel. And we think they look rather stylish. Anyways, there'll be another video here that you can check out. What should they go see?
Or they can check out the review of the Totsuki, because look, it cut like a beast.
Yeah.
Like, it did perform well. So it's a good balance, okay? So check that out. It's right there. Hope you enjoy. And I'm thinking we need to re-hilt this blade.
Sure thing, Shad. Bye, guys.